Hi everybody, this is On Air, my Beatles collection. Today I'm going to go through some boxes that I put together myself that are all related to the Beatles anthology. There's two boxes that look just like this. They open like this. So I'm gonna go through both of them and show you what I have in here. Of course, separate and apart from these, I have all the triple vinyl, and I have the short box version of the CDs and the long box version of the CDs. But these are a little different, and I'll walk you through it and I'll show you. So first of all, I got the box. And this is just a box that comes from Amazon. It's a gift, what they call a gift box. I put the decal on the front. I put a label on the side, so if I store it sideways, I can tell which is which. And it opens this way, and inside I have a bunch of goodies, and each box has different contents. So this first box has 2 CDs. Actually, it's 4 CDs because there's 2 in each of these. And it's Anthology Studio Tracks, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So here's Volume 1. And there are the titles on the back. It says here on the bottom, you can see, multi-track remix and remastered. If you want to pause that, hopefully you can see that. I'll try to get much of the glare out of there, and I'll read you some of that. So again, this is mono to stereo remixes, and it runs basically along the lines of the original Anthology album. Only these are remixed and remastered. So That'll Be the Day, In Spite of All the Danger, Searching, Three Cool Cats, Chic of Araby, chic spelled wrong, as is often the case with these types of things. I guess you have to say this qualifies as a bootleg, but it's professionally done. I'm gonna take one of the CDs out and show you the CD. This is a silver CD, factory. It's not a paper label on there. That's printed art on there. Now, AI is it says AI audio companion. It's not AI like artificial intelligence AI. Anyway, I won't walk you through all the titles here, but it's just cleaned up and improved versions of what you would have seen on the original Anthology soundtrack. When you get to the modern stuff like Free as a Bird and Real Love, on disc 2 of volume 2, see all those. Then you got individual channel separations, and therefore can be totally remixed, and it has been. So these are much improved sound. So you got an acoustic remix, an enhanced remix. You got the original speed, Real Love. You got the vocal tracks isolated, center track isolated, rear track isolated. Really good stuff. So anyway, that's what the inside of Volume 2 looks like. And again, these are both 2-disc sets. Also in this same box, I have a set of the 3 albums. Only you can see this is expanded edition. So there are more tracks. And this is from the Voodoo Records. So this is unauthorized, of course. So you get additional songs and additional versions of songs. I can't go through all of it. It's too long. There's 4 discs in each of these sets. So this is 12 CDs across 3 packages. And that expanded edition was updated in 2023. So this is the 2023 edition. So I have those three sets in this box, all the same titles. So that's this one box. And so the two expanded edition sets go there. This goes on top, closes up nice like that. And that's kind of my volume 1 box of what I have. And then this is the volume 2 box. This is a little more straightforward. So the first thing in the top here is the DVD set. Now these are not the DVDs that come in the plastic DVD case in the US. These are the, I guess the European version, if you will. I did replace the DVDs themselves that were in here from Europe, and I put the the US Region 1 version in here from the the standard US DVD set. I just dropped something here. Okay, I'm okay with that. So I did this for convenience, so I could have all my stuff in one place. So you got volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and these are all two DVDs in each one. So you're up to 7 and 8 when you get to that last one there. And then this one is special features. So you can see what's on there. Recording Free as a Bird and Real Love. So that's a little background and stuff about the production team, the making of the Free as a Bird video, the Real Love video, and then more about compiling the album and so on. So this is all on that DVD. So these are all in the box there. And then there's two different versions of the same CD-ROM. And this was sent out to press to tell them what's coming. So there's a little letter in there that says, "Dear Editor," and it tells the editor what's coming and what's on this CD-ROM. So it says, beginning November 19th, over 3 nights and 6 hours, the ABC television network will present the Beatles Anthology, a provocative and enthralling broadcast that tells, in the Beatles' own words, the story of the most influential band in rock history. Captured on the CD-ROM are some of the highlights of the telecast, interviews and performance clips of the Beatles, as well as archival footage. The CD-ROM also includes a Beatles timeline and a discography and biographies and sound bites of those involved in the making of the telecast. There is also a wide choice of photographs which you can use for your stories on the Beatles Anthology. We hope you find the CD-ROM informative and look forward to sharing the television event with you. And that's signed by Sherry Rollins, Senior Vice President, Network Communications, ABC Television Network. On the little sleeve here, it says, this CD-ROM contains photography and program information about the Beatles Anthology. The contents of this CD-ROM are the copyrighted property of Apple Corps Limited and may only be used in connection with the broadcast of the Beatles Anthology. The high-resolution photography may be accessed only through the ABC Photo Grid application. So, that's that. I'm trying to take the booklet out. It doesn't want to come out easily, but I'll take it out anyway. There we go. So that's what the booklet looks like. And that's what it looks like when you open it up. So this tells you about the photo grid. It's compatible with Macintosh and Windows operating systems, so on and so forth. This tells you the system requirements over here. That's the back panel. Help. I need somebody. Help. Put that back in there. Take that little letter out of the way. And then that's what the CD-ROM looks like. So I happen to have two of these. They're both in here. This one appears to be a copy of the other one. So it's not the highest quality. It's a reprinted, CD-ROM that looks like somebody made and just put a label on it. And that's obviously a copy of that other letter, which was on more of a vellum type paper. And this is clearly a copy of the booklet. So not exactly the same quality level, but I keep the two of them together in this box. So far we've got the 5 DVD, actually 10 DVDs. We got the 2 CD-ROMs. Then there is a bunch of CDs called the Beatles Anthology, The Complete Works. Sorry, The Complete Works. And each of these is a 2 CD set. So this is what they look like. Now, you may be familiar with these they come from Japan, and they call them DAP, Digital Archive Promotion. This is from 2022. So this is a DAP CD. One is the green apple, the other is the cut sliced apple. So each of these sets has yet more stuff that relates back to the Anthology series. This is a 14 CD set. So there's 7 individual CDs that cover the full period of the anthology. Now, one of the differences that you'll find on something like this is, look at the titles there. You get so many CDs because there's so many versions of the songs that are on Anthology. Like, this last one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things called Girls and Boys, which is Real Love. Then before that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versions of Real Life, which became Real Love. And then before that, there's another version of Girls and Boys. There's several versions of Grow Old With Me, several versions of Freeze a Bird, all from, John's recordings that ultimately, became either unreleased officially or on the Imagine John Lennon soundtrack album or on the anthology. But anyway, this is, of course, an expanded anthology, complete works. So everything and anything that has to do with that song and all the other songs are in here over and over again in various forms. So I was looking for another example of that. Here's one you can see pretty easily on disc 1 down in the 4th or 5th track. You got That Means a Lot, about 5 times there. So you get to see the development of these songs that eventually wound up on the anthology, but this is much more complete in terms of showing you what was going on in Beatles world. And then finally, you get the original multi-CD set in a anthology sleeve. So this is your standard anthology double CD sets. This is the one that most people have, and everybody doesn't have the slipcase for those, so that's kind of nice to have as well. So, as I said, I have other individual CDs, the original CDs. I have them in the short box and in the long box. I have them here in this sleeve as well, this slip sleeve. And I have these complete works, all 7 of them. the Anthology Complete works. They all fit in that box nicely. And then I have the five, the 5 DVD sets. It's actually, let's see, it's 9 DVDs because there's 2 in each of these. So this is 1 through 8, and then this is 9, the special features. And then there's the 2 copies of the CD-ROM, the copy of a copy, and then the actual one that was sent out to the press. So they all fit in the box here. And the box closes up nice like the other one did. So you have this, and then you have this one underneath it, and that's all my Anthology stuff in these 2 boxes that I made up myself. It's a little overdone. You know, every time somebody finds something new to do with these Anthology, and we've heard rumors that there may be, since it's 30-year anniversary this year, that there may be a 30th anniversary version where you know, Apple actually remixes or remasters, you know, officially what was on the Anthology, and maybe a cleaned up version of Real Love, a cleaned up version of Free as a Bird. Maybe they would include in volume 3 Now and Then, which, you know, originally was intended for volume 3, but it got nixed at the time. But of course now it's been done. So who knows if we'll get something else. Maybe I'll need to buy another one of these boxes and fill it up with Anthology 2025. Who knows? But it's nice to have this stuff as a reference when you have as much stuff as I have all around the room here, over both shoulders, everywhere. It's hard to actually listen to all of it frequently. I just, you know, I pick something and I listen to it, and I'm sure probably a third or a quarter of, maybe half of what I have, I've never had the chance to listen to yet. But I haven't been adding much lately. So, you know, someday if I live long enough, I'll catch up. And if not, some lucky person, some lucky heir will inherit this and probably have a tag sale and get rid of all of it for 10 bucks. But anyway, for now, I am enjoying it, and hopefully you're enjoying seeing some of this stuff. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. And hopefully I'll be back here with some more videos and sharing some more of my unusual stuff and some of my common stuff as well. So take care for now. We'll see you again. Bye.